For the last century, manufacturing relied on fixed, bolted-down assembly lines. We built cathedrals of permanence, optimized for the low-variance repetition of a single product. Changing that product meant months of work and millions in retooling. The machinery was locked into a specific task, making variation a massive financial burden. Today, asymmetric disruption and sudden supply chain breaks force a choice: adapt the hardware instantly or watch production grind to a halt. Industry 4.0 attempted to solve this by adding sensors to these existing lines, but data visibility doesn't grant physical flexibility. A monitored assembly line remains bolted to the floor. This disconnect creates a vacuum. There is an urgent need to decouple capital expenditure from a single product's lifespan by treating the factory floor as a programmable substrate. In an era of software-defined speed, hardware that can't change its shape is a critical liability. This is the challenge that the kinetic mesh aims to solve. This diagram shows a conventional factory layout dissolving into independent grid nodes. The kinetic mesh replaces the linear conveyor belt with a fluid, decentralized architecture. Within this mesh, the fundamental unit of manufacturing is the autonomous production cell. These cells use multi-axis autonomous mobile robots that physically move themselves into new production clusters. When market demand shifts from photonics to drone assembly, the robots dock into entirely different sequences. Human engineers no longer dictate every movement from the top down. At the operating system layer, the mesh utilizes multi-agent reinforcement learning, allowing the robots to coordinate their own behavior. Robots negotiate their own spatial coordinates and handoff protocols in a digital twin environment before a single motor ever turns. This internal negotiation ensures that the physical layout of a massive factory can be safely reprogrammed by AI signals in real time. Historically, the biggest bottleneck to agility has been the edge case. Legacy robots often fail completely if a part is misaligned by even a single millimeter. To bridge the gap between software logic and physical chaos, this layer utilizes zero-shot learning and foundation models for physicality. These agents understand the abstract concept of an assembly task, like grasping or aligning, rather than simply memorizing a list of rigid, fixed coordinates. This is physical computation. A digital CAD blueprint is compiled directly into a sequence of robotic motion primitives, removing human middleware. Physical computation enables instantaneous tooling, reducing the time required to pivot to a new product from months down to minutes. This architecture transforms factory CapEx into a liquid asset. Because the robots are multi-purpose, they maintain a 10-year utility even if the product they manufacture changes every 30 days. It also provides resilience as a service. Consider a scenario where geopolitical friction abruptly removes a necessary subcomponent from the global supply chain. The agents autonomously redesign the assembly flow, reconfiguring the robot's reach and grip to accommodate a new, unfamiliar component geometry. For deep tech investors, the value is no longer in the physical machine itself. The economic moat is now the latency of adaptation, the sheer speed of a factory's pivot. This shift towards algorithmic shoring moves beyond traditional offshoring, placing autonomous production nodes where strategic signals are strongest. Under this strategy, microfactories are deployed rapidly to iterate on defense or medical tech in response to regional demand. Corporate dominance in the next decade will be defined by time to morphology, the speed at which a factory can physically adapt to a new blueprint. As the liquid factory blurs the line between code and steel, who truly commands the economy, the hardware OEMs or the AI layer?